What is up guys, Joe here, welcome back to my channel, and today we are back with Season 2 of T-Mobile Bianchi here on PCM 2020. If you're not sure how we got here, go back and check out the previous episode because we cover the entire off-season between Season 1 and Season 2. And so on the menu today we have the Mallorcan Classic races. You can see we have a mixture of flatter ones for the sprinters and some hilly and even mountainous stages for the climbers as well. And we actually do have 2 sponsor objectives today and 3-star objectives as well. They want a top 5 here and a top 10, I think, in the final race of the episode. So this is going to be a big one. And you can see here, I have planned out the early few weeks of the season, and we have about 10 riders set to share the race days in Mallorca, with Moscon making an appearance and Fractal, for example. I mean, you can see we have Covey riding all 4, as well as Zimmerman and GeForce. And then a few of those guys will go on to ride Valenciana. Then we have the Tour of Colombia. Taburi, of course, picked up an injury in the previous episode, so we'll need to reschedule another rider to go to Colombia instead. So 6 riders set to kick off our season, led by Rick Zabel. We also have Stefan Bissiger, Alessandro Covey, Georg Zimmerman, Mario Schmid and Giga Horvat. Season 2 is underway, and our first race today as a Conti Pro outfit. Oh my, look at this. And I do want to quickly look at the start list. I think Nasser Bouhanni is the big favourite today. He of course won so many races last season. We also have the likes of Colbrelli, Luka Mezgec as well. And you can see some of the new signings. We have Luis Leon Sanchez here for Uno X, the likes of Aberasturi as well for Astana. But today we're going to keep all our guys in this group and try and bring it in for a final sprint. So today's breakaway is now caught, and you can see I do have a 4-man train right here. We actually do have a split right here, so let's try and push on in this group just a little bit. But we do have Arkea pacing very hard early on. Zabel not on the best day today, sadly, but we're of course going to try and take it with the big German. So 10k to go. We do have a select group at the front, actually 36 riders, and all of these guys have been caught behind. You can see we have the likes of Colbrelli, Oldani, Morkov as well. All are behind as we speak, but our guys just making sure we're staying to the front of the main group, doing a great job of that as well. Mario Schmid is the man to put us in this position. We can slowly start to use our remaining gels, and Zabel can use his right now up to 90. Here we go. Our guys can relay at 99 on the front. To be honest, they can probably sit up right now at this stage. Mario Schmid up to 99. We do have a very slightly uphill finish, as you see, a false flat to the line, if you will, but Schmid doing a brilliant job right here. He is now done for the day though. We have Covey coming to the front. He can go, Bissiger can go, and Rick Zabel can go right now, uphill to the line. Can Zabel take it versus Bouhanni? I don't think so. Nasser Bouhanni too strong today. We have Daniel Houligaard in second, while Zabel finishes on the podium. Not a bad start today though, finishing on a podium in our first race at Conti Pro level. Onto the second Mallorcan Classic, and a punchy one today. Lutsenko and Ulysses are the favourites, but our man Gianni Moscon is making his debut. Getting underway then, and here we have Gianni Moscon in T-Mobile colours. You absolutely love to see that. I do want to go in the breakaway though, and Giga Horvat is going to be our man to try and get in today's breakaway, because hopefully he can drop back later on and help out Moscon and the rest of our guys. And so the breakaway now have 3 minutes on the peloton already, just a couple kilometers into the race. We have Horvat here alongside a bunch of other guys you can see who we have up the roads. And also the favourites today, we have Lutsenko, Izagirre, Patrick Conrad as well for Ineos. And I absolutely love the start of a new season, because seeing guys like Conrad at Ineos just really fun to shake up the peloton a bit. So Horvat is quickly swept up, as you see right here, by the peloton. I'm thinking we can maybe try and protect Gianni Moscon with him rather than Zimmerman, who is struggling just to stay in this group. As you see, we need to pace with all of our guys. A super hard tempo set by Astana and Oscar Rodriguez, I assume, for Alexei Lutsenko. So you can see everyone in our team is really struggling right now. Pello and Fabra are trying to catch Moscon, who's right at the front of this group. You can see the strength of Moscon today compared to his new teammates, doing a great job staying right to the front. We're going to follow any attacks at this stage. So you can see Fabro is even struggling to get to Moscon, and Moscon is going to be by himself, it would seem. And I'm looking at Luis Leon Sanchez. Seems he wants to attack. Let's sit up in this group with Moscon. Is Lutsenko going to attack? Not for now. Aaron Buru coming back to the front of the group. So we still have this section of climbing coming up. I think Moscon can get over there whilst following any attacks at the same time. Fabro has made it up to support his fellow Italian, but whilst other teams are pacing, we're just going to sit in. So plenty of guys are done in this group. We still have the likes of Luca Vackerman, who's a very good sprinter, of course. So I think right now we can come to the front of this group with our new boy Gianni Moscon up to 95, and Moscon on the attack here in Mallorca. You love to see it. Ulysses, Sanchez, Padun, Conrad, all trying to follow the Italian, but it's a very, very strong attack by the Italian right here. Let's try and tempo at 85, and you can see everyone bar these 9 riders are off the back. Let's just continue pulling in this group because I think we have the power, and hopefully we can drop some more riders like we have just done to Mark Padun. But here we go, we're getting countered here by Lutsenko and Ciccone. Don't really have the acceleration right here. Not much red left. We used a lot in that initial attack. So we're going to have to rely on these other guys a little bit right here with Relay at 84. As we have Conrad and Sosa also drops. Ulysses as well is now struggling. Ciccone, Sanchez and Betancourt trying to catch Lutsenko up the roads. So coming downhill, Lutsenko has around a 13-second lead. Moscon is leading the chasing group of 4 on the downhill, all similar level downhillers, but we do need to, of course, try and recover for the final of this race. So hopefully these guys are willing to work with us. We'll see if Ulysses is able to come back on. I think Conrad and Sosa probably too far back. Okay, so it seems these guys aren't willing to work with Gianni Moscon in this downhill, and I'm not quite sure what to do here. I'm going to try a little attack out of this corner actually. Let's try and bridge up to Lutsenko if possible. We're regaining quite a lot of yellow anyhow, so hopefully we have enough for that final, but let's try and attack away if we're able to do that right here. Can we try and bridge on this flatter section? We seemingly are not able to, and this is not good because we're dragging the other guys up to Lutsenko. So every time I sit up, these guys are not working with Moscon at all. You can tell he's not a popular rider in this peloton, but here we go. Finally, these guys are willing to work with me. And do I have enough yellow left after doing a lot of work on that downhill section? Let's just try and tempo at 90, and you can see these guys pacing so hard, trying to catch Alexei Lutsenko at 90. We are struggling to stay in this group of very strong punchers, and Lutsenko still has about 20 seconds on these guys. So look at this, 6k to go. Moscon is just struggling to hold the wheels of this group ahead of us. This is so difficult. We're just about here following Diego Ulysses. We need to use our gel ASAP as Lutsenko still has a lead coming into the final 5k of this race, and Moscon is clinging on to this group, but Ciccone almost has brought in Alexei Lutsenko. So here we go, 2.5k to go. You can see the final right here. I think we have enough to come to the front of this group. We'll follow Luis Leon Sanchez, and in fact, we'll try and sprint over the top of these guys right now, but I think the win today is for Alexei Lutsenko. It would seem he takes the win, a great win and deserved win as well. Can we finish on the podium with Moscon? We will, just about behind Carlos Betancourt, with Ciccone and Sanchez rounding out the top 5. So 2/3 in a row so far, and Lutsenko was just too good today. Look at this man, a super strong rider. So we have one of the 2 main races today because we have a 3-star objective. The sponsors want us to finish in the top 5, as you see here. So hopefully Moscon is again on a good day. So we're underway then today, and as you see, I'm trying to get a couple riders in today's breakaway. Already 17 riders up the road, trying to get Covey there as well, but it seems he may be caught momentarily though. So the breakaway have finally been set free. We have 20 riders in this group. We do have Covey and Pello up the road. You can see some of the other riders right here, and Pello especially, as well as Covey, can hopefully drop back to help out Moscon now later in the stage. They're not going to win it, but hopefully they can help out Gianni Moscon. Okay, so on the same descent which we finished on yesterday right now, and you can see still we have all of our riders in this group, including Giga Horvat, who's had a great ride so far. Covey and Pello still up the road, 2 minutes on the peloton. So we currently have a pretty quick tempo in this group. Moscon still being looked after by Schoenberger. We then have Fabro to help him out. We also have Covey, who's now dropping back from the breakaway. Still Pello in the front group of now 11 riders. And here we have Mametov, who is that Kyrgyzstani regen we mentioned in the off-season for Porto. What a rider, and he could even be a bit of a threat today. Okay, so somehow we have just had kind of a team attack from Uno X, and I think it's Cometa right here. Let me just check that. Yes, Cometa right here with Fancellu. But we have our guys working right here to bring them back in. In fact, I will make a little train right here with Fabro leading Pello and Moscon into this downhill section. We still have 3 riders here with 15 riders in the entire group. And I have noticed Tom Pidcock not quite as small as he should be. We'll get that fixed next time we see Tom Pidcock. So Sanchez attacking Dina at the front of the race. Those guys have 45 seconds right now. Certainly not to be underestimated, but we still have some pretty nice firepower with Fabro and Pello right here. In fact, Pello can come to the front. I'd like to keep Fabro here if at all possible, but it seems Fabro is not going to be strong enough for that over this section of climbing. Maybe we can sit up just a little bit in the hope that Fabro can just cling on into this downhill section. So we now have more attacks with Ulysses and Pidcock attacking over the top. I'm trying to rely on Simon Pello here, maybe too much, because Moscon has been caught behind. And you know what, I can't really do this at this stage. We're going to have to up this with Pello to 90 and attack right now with Gianni Moscon. That was probably my mistake not to follow those moves with the Italian. And now Ulysses and Pidcock are going up the road as well, and Moscon is caught behind right here. We're gonna have to stick to our strategy and rely on Simon Pello. So situation with 15k to go. Sanchez is leading the race, as you see. Dina behind. We then have Ulysses and Pidcock trying to get back on, and Pello just doesn't quite have the strength we really need him to have at this stage, and we need to rely on Moscon to do some relaying as well as some other riders. That is for sure, because we are way too far down at this stage of the race. So luckily Johnny Brandao has come to the front. He's doing some work for Mametov right here. That is perfect for us. We need to go up to 93 on this section, 85 just to stay in this group, but those guys still have a decent lead. Garcia Di Mateos now working for Sabedo, I assume, but 8k to go and we are too far behind. I'm very, very cautious though of that final climb, where hopefully we can at least claim a top 5 place. So the guys ahead have under a minute now. We have Ulysses, Pidcock, Dina and Sanchez with a 50-second lead on this group. Moscon can use his gel at this stage. We're about to come downhill. We're still relying on other teammates in this group, and their leads to the leaders is coming down. So maybe this was the correct decision. Let's try and save just a little bit. Now 3k to go. Let's go up to 88. Let's try and set our own rhythm with Gianni Moscon. In fact, we'll start at 90, and you can see those guys are slowly being brought in right here, and we're gonna catch them here on the final climb. And Moscon coming right through to the front. He's going to attack these guys into the finish. Ulysses, Pidcock, Sanchez all trying to follow Gianni Moscon, and we're going to try and set a rhythm like this. Follow Ulysses, he doesn't have it. Moscon going to sprint for the line, and Gianni Moscon looking great suddenly, and Gianni Moscon is going to win his first race in T-Mobile colours. What a moment for the Italian and the team. You absolutely love to see it. We played that pretty nicely in the end. Gianni Moscon on top of the podium for the first time right here. You love to see it, guys. You really do. Moscon winning solo for his first win for T-Mobile. Onto the final of the Mallorcan Classics today then, and again we have a 3-star objective. They want a top 10 today, and that should be doable with Rick Zabel, I hope at least. So 6 riders up the roads right here. We haven't joined the breakaway, of course. We are just riding for Rick Zabel in the peloton. You can see a couple of the other favourites, and to be honest, no super fast riders are here as far as I can see. So maybe Zabel can even challenge for the win today. So very little chance for the breakaway, of course. Today they have under a minute with 32k to go. I'm pretty sure this will be a mass sprint. So then our guys race into the final 10k. We've actually had a little attack right here by Tony Martin, and again we have had a split in the group, and just 28 riders are now in the front of the race. Who has been dropped? You can see the likes of Encorn, Grossu is caught behind. He is a decent sprinter from Romania. A few more guys have now got back on, but you can see 63 riders with 6.5k to go. A very high tempo, so I think it will be pretty much impossible for anyone that has been dropped to come back in at this stage. Steels, Clark and Lutsenko on the attack. Horvat and Zimmerman are now done for the day. Schmid up to 99. We have a false flat right now, but then it goes downhill just a little bit. Let's go up to 99 with Covey. Schmid though doing a wonderful job on the front. He is now done. Covey doing a decent job. We have Malicelli, Morexo, Consini to our right. We need to go right now with Bissiger. Zabel can go with 1k to go. Can Zabel take it today versus Consini? Zabel coming through, Rick Zabel, and Rick Zabel takes the win. We get 2 wins in a row in Mallorca. Zabel back to his best. 2 beautiful wins to kick off our season, and Zabel back to his best sprinting form. This man, how many wins can he rack up this year? So a great start to our season. We got 2 third place and 2 victories, of course, with 2 sponsor objectives. If we take a look right here, already met. You absolutely love to see that. But taking a look ahead to the calendar, I think we'll play Valenciana in the next episodes. I think I'll simulate the Tour of Colombia because we did play that last season. I'll probably play Algarve as well, and we'll see what we'll do after that. But guys, as always, if you enjoyed today's episode, drop a like on the video. Tell me what you thought in the comments below, and make sure you subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys in the next one.